Hi everyone, my name's Gabby and welcome to my channel, Nails in Orbit. Today we are doing something super special. As some of you might know, Ball Pit Addict asked me to be one of her new brand ambassadors for her new shop. So we're going to show off these brushes today. And I'm going to show you guys these brushes in detail. We're going to do one of the hardest sets I've ever done, Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs today. So I'm very excited. We're doing them on press-ons and I already did this hand. So the press-ons are sized for my fiance and they look a little crazy then, but the press-ons look beautiful, but his hands look a little crazy. So anyway, let's get started on Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. Use code ORBIT for 10% off. Can you believe it? I have a code, you guys. So of course I need to start off by showing off these brushes. So we have Twice as Nice and Double Trouble. And we're gonna start with Double Trouble. Beautiful purple 12mm liner. It comes with this little plastic thing on the inside to make sure your brush is nice and protected. And look how beautiful that is. Look how thin and beautiful and perfect that is. Put that back in, flip it over. That's the best part, flip to the other side where you have your cleanup brush and your blender. I absolutely love it. This is so necessary to me now. I'm so used to it and I have to have it. It's so much easier to just flip right on over. You don't even have to worry about throwing your brush down on the table, losing it. You have no idea where it is, taking time. You know, it's the best. So Double Trouble, and now we have Twice as Nice. This one is a 6mm. It comes with the same plastic thing. I just took it off. But look at it. So small, so beautiful. This one was so helpful for today, especially when I had to fill in like big spots or blend little tiny areas. It was just so great for today. And of course that same blender slash cleanup on the back, so necessary. Also, you guys can make this pointed, so it can be flat like this, or you can just use your gloved hands and make it pointed, which is also very awesome. And they're really tiny little spots you have to blend. And here they are together, the 6mm and the 12mm with your cleanup brush. Flip to the cleanup brush. So we love it. And let's see these brushes in action today, you guys. First, we're going to start with, there's a leak in the boat, because I love him and he's just so freaking cute. And I also wanted to do a practice before I did the hamburger, because the hamburger was going to be on 2 nails. It's going to be a statement piece. So I wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of practice before I went right into the hamburger. So we're starting with the Leek. Everybody loves the Leek. I feel like he's the most memorable and he's the cutest. So I'm just gonna, most of this is going to be me just letting you guys watch, because I'm still like new to the 3D and stuff like that. I'm trying to get better at it, and I thought these brushes would be perfect to show off that, and I had so much fun. I think they turned out really well, but I'm not necessarily the one to give the best advice at the moment, so we're gonna keep getting better. But I'll just pop in here and there like I usually do and let you guys know what's going on. So even though these are 3D characters, I still started off the same way with the one color base. I mixed all my colors. Let me know if you guys ever want to know like how I mix my colors, or if you're interested in see me mixing my colors. I just don't know if you guys would find that interesting, but let me know. I think I did it in my Invader Zim video. I actually showed how to, did I? I don't know. I maybe did. Showed how to mix the colors in that one. But I do like mixing the colors. It's very fun. And I think there is a little bit tricks to it. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. But anyway, we mixed that perfectly. Did I mix that green? Oh my God, did I mix that green? I don't even know. Anyway, it's been I filmed this a while ago. This was supposed to come out a while ago, but I got a little busy, you guys. But anyway, that's besides the point. We are we're doing the color blocking the same way that I usually do for the 3D characters. And then we'll just go in and try our best. So before I did these nails, I saw a video that Ball Pit Addict posted on her Instagram where she was giving tips on how to draw these 3D characters. And the tip that I saw was having 3 colors. Like for the green, for example, we have a light, a medium, and a dark. And she also was saying to not cure in between all the time when you're like mixing these colors. Like for example, I think I definitely cured right here. Like I'm obviously, like I said, I'm still practicing, so I like forgot kind of that step, but I tried to get the colors on there, blend, like not cure, and then blend when I thought was necessary, and I would go over and just keep trying to get that blended. But I loved the 3 colors. Like having the 3 colors of the one color really helped, like from the, because you'll see in the Leek at the top there's like a really really dark green, and then we have that medium green, and then that lighter green that goes into the body color. So that's really nice. I really liked it. That tip was very very helpful, and that's kind of just what I tried to mimic the whole time. And this is really just, you just got to practice. Like I tried to just look at each character like zoomed in basically and see, and not like the whole picture, because it can be kind of intimidating as a whole picture. So I just tried my best to be like, okay, the tip of this leaf is a darker green, and then you can tell that the leaves are like in a V shape. Like how can you tell that? By a highlight or by the dark lights. That's how you can tell. So you just try to add those as you go. It's really interesting. It's kind of just, I'll be able to explain it better in the future, but you just got to try your best, look at everything closely so it's not looking at as like a huge picture that's intimidating, and just keep going, because especially with these 3D characters, they can look a little jank while you're working on them, but just keep going. Just like I always say, keep going. By the end, you'll get something that honestly I think you'll like. So just keep going. And look at this thin line. Look at this. That's amazing. I love it. So this is a good example for using the blender side.
You see, I kind of made it a little bit pointed, so it's not super flat like when I showed you guys in the reveal of them. You can have them however you want. Like, it can be pointed, it can be like super flat, and this one I did like in the middle. But yeah, this is how I use the blender all over the place. I would mark a line, blip, and then blend it out, and it just was so nice to have this on the same brush. It's just so nice to be able to just use two brushes, not have to have a whole bunch of brushes on your table, and you can even use one if you just have one of these. Like, I love it. You just flip. Amazing. So that's what I'm doing, and you can kind of see that's what we did the whole time. Aren't the hands cute? This Leek is so cute. All right, now we're moving on to Kiwi Bird. Kiwi Bird is so fun. Like, there's so many characters I could have chosen, so I had to narrow it down a bit, which is hilarious because there's so many characters on there. You would not think that I tried to narrow it down, but I want you guys to tell me your favorite by the end of the video because I have a favorite, but my favorite I think is the last thing we paint. But I'll leave it as a surprise. But so yeah, Kiwi Bird. This one's a little bit of a simpler one, which is nice because we just finished Leek, and then we can quickly do Kiwi Bird, and we'll move on to the hamburger. I also know this is a super long video. Let me know if you guys like these super long videos. I hope they're just peaceful for you guys to watch or have in the background while you're painting. That's my hope, because that's what I usually like to do when it comes to YouTube videos. So And there's Kiwi Bird pretty much almost done. Adding the eyes is so much fun. They're just cute. And it's all about the shading with these characters. I mean, of course, for 3D characters, you would think you would know that, but yeah, it's all about the shading. The shading is the most important part. And now we are top coating these nails. I thought about matte. I did not like matte, so we went with shiny. The matte kind of took away some of the depth, because I didn't like, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but when you do shading and then you put a top coat on, sometimes it like takes away, like you think it's darker than it is, but then you put the top coat on, it looks a little bit lighter. And that happened a lot. You can kind of see with the matte. So I eventually changed it back to the clear. I don't even know if you can notice in this video, but I noticed and I was like, no. So we switched to shiny after this. So here we are with the hamburger. So the hamburger I could not fit on one nail. It was just too wide for me to get all the details that I wanted. So we're doing it on 2 nails. And this was the best way I could think to do it, was to put it on the stand and have them right next to each other, kind of place it out. And then sometimes I have it on the stand, sometimes I don't. Once it's all placed out, it just depends on what part of the hamburger I'm working on. And now I'm just filling in the base colors, and we will go in with shading after that. But this is definitely the biggest character we have on this nail. So hope you guys love it. Honestly, when I was doing the shading for the top of this bun, I had myself worried because I liked the other nail and I was like, oh no, I'm about to ruin this whole set. I was very stressed because I wanted this video to be perfect to show off the brushes. So I filmed like 4 videos before this that are still going to come out, obviously, because I still love them. But I wanted the video to reveal the brushes to be perfect because I'm being extra. But So I was a little nervous. I was like, we cannot film a fifth video, you guys. That's just gonna be a little crazy. So, like I told all of you guys, I just powered through. I kept on going, and I loved the hamburger by the end. But right now, my mindset was like, what is going on? But keep going. These cheese pulls were so fun. Like, whoever made this movie is just so creative. All the characters are so interesting and so fun and use like such good elements of food, I guess. I don't know. I just freaking loved it so much. And shading the cheese, I think, really brings everything together. You guys will see coming up. But I love it. I love the cheese bowls. Oh my gosh, I'm realizing now that was not cheese balls. That was probably mustard. Yeah, it's mustard because the ketchup is also doing the same thing. So it's the mustard, not the cheese. All right, so specifically this shading is what I feel brought the hamburger together. I loved it. Don't know why, but this significant part brought it together for me. The shading, just, I love it. Like this final shading on the ketchup, around the bun, like it just really made a difference in this character. The fry legs. Amazing. The fry legs were so fun. I already liked the hamburger a lot, and then he just threw these fry legs on. Amazing. Love it. I think it's so fun to do character nail art because I feel like you already love a cartoon, but there's just like a new appreciation you have for it when you're drawing it and you get to appreciate all the tiny little details. I just think that's so cool because this is just so creative. Like I said, like someone really, like a team was really out here making all these cool animals, and it was probably just so fun, I feel like, to think of like, oh my god, let me put fries for the legs. Like that would just be fun to create. So it's fun to create it on this nail. So here are the sesame seed eyes. So basically I just did lots of dots on the head and then used my Twice as Nice to point out the dots to make that little sesame seed shape. I feel like that was the fastest way to do it. And now for the finishing touches, just a few highlights here and there. And hamburger spider. Actually, what's the name of this hamburger? The name is cheese spider. Cheese spider, like together as one word. And now we're moving on to Barry. Barry's so cute. I included Barry in that one nail that I did, and I absolutely loved him. And I know you guys would want to see Barry, so of course we're gonna have Barry right here on top of the hamburger. Super cute, a smaller version than I did before, but just as cute, if not cuter. So we're just going in, color blocking. I do 2 coats of my red, and then we'll move on. Barry's a little bit easier because Barry's so small, and just really about the big ol' eyes and the little tiny limbs for Barry. So I would say the most important thing about Berry is those eyes. They are like a circle, but then the bottom is flatter. Like bottom lid is coming up into the circle. So I think that's pretty significant. And then I just try to get the proportions and the placement as good as I can, because you want to make sure they're pretty high up on the body, but they almost take up almost half of his head, just like a little less than half. And then there you go. Berry's pretty easy, and then we just go in with all these little details and the little seeds and the shading, and you'll see all of that. But we love Berry over here. Just so you guys know on the shading, first I went in with the black shading gel from Nails by Deb, and then later on I actually used the the translucent, the jelly colors from the Ball Pit Addict slash Nails by Deb gel collection. I used the red mixed with the shading gel to get that darker red shade, because most of the time I like for my shading to be a color, like a darker version of the color. I think that's a good way to shade, because sometimes it can get a little bit muddy if you're just using like black and clear to do some of the shading. So I thought it looked a tiny bit muddy, so that's why I added the red to the shading gel, and then it was perfect. Berry's all done. We just go ahead and top coat this. Okay, so later on the other side, I felt like it was a little bit too empty when the whole set was done, and I drew another pickle. But we do 2 pickles in this video, and I didn't think we needed a 3rd pickle. So I'm sorry I didn't show that pickle. So we're doing a pickle right now. So you guys can watch this pickle and the other pickle. You don't need the 3rd pickle. So it's not in here. Sorry. To be honest, the pickle was a little bit difficult because it's just basically just one color and you're just dealing with different shades. It's not like the hamburger where you have like lots of different details that can distract. You know what I mean? The pickle is just the pickle. So it was a little bit difficult. I spent a little bit more time on it, making sure. Oh my god, I thought there was a bug in my room. I'm sorry. I just spent a little bit more time making sure all the shading and the details were really coming out and the texture was really happening. So that was a little bit difficult for the pickle, actually. You'd think the pickle would be more simple just because it was one color, but no, I disagree. I really liked the pickle though. I didn't eat in this picture. He's like holding a fishing rod, but I didn't include that in this one. So let's just ignore that. But since there was the 3 pickles, I also felt like I needed all 3 of the characters because they're always together. So this is the one that's holding the fishing pole. The bug eyes on these characters make me laugh so hard, but especially the pickles. Because, like, there's just so much personality in these little pickles, and they're so funny to me. And the little red dot, like, it makes them almost look evil, but in, like, a funny way, which I love. Now we're moving on to Cantaloupe. I don't know if that's a play on words. Maybe I just don't know. I'm looking at Cantaloupe. I wonder what that play on words is. But anyway, it's spelled like Cantalope. Cantaloupe. How do you regularly spell cantaloupe? Oh, it's probably antelope. That's funny. I personally loved this character. I had so much fun doing this character, especially the teeth. You guys will see. If you guys ever had the toy, it's like a fuggler, It's called a fuggler, and it's like this little monster. They don't sell them in the US. Like, you have to buy them in other places now, because I used to be able to get them at Target or like TJ Maxx, but I can't find them anymore. But anyway, the teeth on this little cantaloupe reminds me of those little fugglers, because the fugglers have real teeth. They're the coolest thing ever. I hide them around my house, so when people come over, they kind of get freaked out. And I love them, so she should go buy them. So here's another example of me using jelly for shading. So this is the orange jelly from the Nails by Deb Ball Pit jelly collection, and I'm just using this for the mouth. It's so easy. Like, I freaking love the jellies. I was so happy when they came out with that. But anyway, just used it for the mouth, and now we're just going in with the details of the outside of the cantaloupe. So I don't know if you guys are interested, but I'm going to do a little life update right now. So basically, I've just been a busy bee, honestly. I do YouTube and content creation, of course, my favorite thing. And then I'm a nail tech. I'm also a freelance graphic designer. I've been doing like freelance, like big like art pieces as well for family members and stuff like that. So I have just been very, very busy, and trying to keep it all balanced out. So that's why I haven't had a video in a couple of weeks, which I felt really bad about, which is annoying to me because that's my favorite thing to do. So that's why this video is coming to y'all a little bit late, but I have like 4 batched. Like I said, I filmed so many before that, so I just got to get it all balanced out. But I recently went to visit my mom and my grandparents, which was so fun, and now I have a bachelorette party coming up. So after all that, and I'll be a little bit balanced out. I'll have, I think this sounds so crazy. I guess technically 3 jobs, because you count YouTube, and then YouTube and content creation. Then I'm a nail tech, and then I'm also I pick up a second job for graphic design that's going to be consistent. So hopefully my schedule will be consistent. It'll still be busy, but it'll be consistent. But yeah, so I'm just a busy bee right now. I don't know if you guys are curious, but I make these YouTube videos. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get monetized so that I can make it even more of a priority than that already is, because I try to make it my top priority. But you got to pay these bills. So, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm always curious about other people's lives, and I just want to be honest with it. It's honest about it, because yeah, sometimes you just think the YouTube or the content creation is the only thing people are doing, which I'm striving for, of course. But yeah, right now it's just a lot of things packed on. So if you guys ever have any questions about that, or a day in my life or whatever, just let me know. I'll let you guys know, and I'll try to give advice on how to balance it, because it's kind of hard. But it's okay. We're going to get through it. It won't always be this busy, so that's what's getting me through it right now. And I love making these videos, so these are my favorite part. And once I feel like when my content creation is good and I'm happy and I'm like being consistent with that, then I feel like my life is in order. But when it's not, and I haven't posted in 2 weeks, I get a little bit frustrated, but I always just try my best. So anyway, here is the ending of Cantaloupe. I don't know. Anyway, I love Cantaloupe. He's not my favorite. I have my favorite at the end, like I said, but here we are, top coating. Let's go to our final nail. Coming up. Oh wait, just kidding. I top coated, and then I was like, it doesn't look like the details were kind of lost, so I added a little bit more texture for the skin of the cantaloupe to make sure it looked perfect. And now we have another pickle. So I included this pickle lady and her little baby radish on the other little small nail I did. And I loved her. I was like, I think everyone's going to want to see how to draw her and her little radish. So we're doing another pickle. Okay, you guys, the second pickle. We're just going to go through this one, speed a little quick. She's just different in her shape. Like, so the shading's a little bit different, just the way it's the contouring and stuff like that. And then these fun little hair twirls and her little baby radish, of course. So absolutely love it. Look at that little baby radish. That's so cute. What a great idea. I think it's a radish, right? Maybe it's not a radish. Well, it's a baby radish, so it could be small, I guess. So I was being so extra on this nail. I was like, Gabby, just pick two. Every other nail has two. But of course, for the thumb, I picked three, like an extra person. And I just had to throw the banana in there. The banana was very simple, very easy, but so fun. The banana is so fun. Such a good idea. So I threw the banana in there. And then we have one more character after banana, my favorite one. So I forgot to tell you the name, but it was banana ostrich together. Banana ostrich together in one line for the banana. And now we're moving on to fruit cockatiel. It's called fruit cocktail, which is so fun, but I'm trying to think of the actual animal that is the TL part. Cocktail. So maybe they just say cocktail. But this one was so cute. I loved how much fruit was included, and it makes even more sense now that I know the name of this little bird. Wow, I just balked. Anyway, do you guys ever watch Catfish? You remember when what was her name? Why can't I remember it? Cammy, of course, Cammy. When Cammy was like bok bok. Anyway, I don't know if you guys watch that show, but anyway, that's what it just made me think of. So now we're doing the little pineapples in the eyes. I loved making this bird, and I was going relatively fast, but it was like I was in my groove of things. I had done so many characters before, but now I'm using, see how I'm doing my little tiny 6mm, just going around. That is just adding so much detail, and there's so many fun colors and details on this bird, and I just feel like it just wasn't as difficult. It's kind of like the hamburger. Like the hamburger had so many elements, like I said, and I feel like the more elements makes it just a little bit easier because there's just more things to look at than just the one color that you have to be real focused on, like the pickle. So I freaking loved this bird. The animal is cockatoo. It's fruit cockatiel. Fruit cockatiel. That's so fun. Why do I always realize this? I listen to what I put, and then I always realize what it is after. So cockatiel. Like, come on. How cute is that? The little banana arms and then peel for the feathers. That is just genius. Genius. Okay, so I forgot the highlights on the strawberry. That was very significant. I did that on the other nail, like the one nail that I posted. And I can't believe I forgot that. So we're just jumping back into the strawberry and adding those highlights because they are significant and I wanted to show you guys. And here is the reveal. Look at these beautiful nails. I'll also show you a picture of them on my fiance. He's such a trooper for that. And you can also see that the pickle is there that I did not put in the tutorial, but we do have 2 other pickles. So just use the 2 other pickles tutorial on that pickle. But anyway, I hope you guys loved the video, and then more videos will be coming up soon, okay? I told you I batched them, so they're coming up. And I hope you guys love them, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!